Right, welcome back everyone. Literally just got into the car park at Wraysbury. Jason's is gone. I was going to try and get back in there because obviously we managed to fish out of there, but I sort of felt like the fish would sort of still be up this end. So yeah, can't get in there because someone's in there. The turfs is free, but there's been a few people in there the last couple of days, so I don't really know what bait's gone in there and what hasn't, whether there's fish come out or not, so I want to just sort of stay clear of that for a while. A swim's free that I wanted to fish, it's called Secret Reedy, right next to the shower and toilet block as well, which is handy because I'm always the complete opposite end of the lake or miles away from it. So we're going to give it a couple nights in there, see what happens, try and find some spots. So it's all going to be starting afresh. I've got something a little bit different for my bait. It's still from Baitworks, but it's just not the Atlantic heat. So yeah, let's get cracking, get the gear out and find some spots. Right guys, as you can see it's getting dark, rods are out. I'll explain to you more about the spots I'm fishing, rigs and everything like that in the morning because I'm absolutely shattered. I hate getting here late. Turn up about 2-3 o'clock, then you've got to find your spots, get your bait out, get your rods out. Nightmare. My dot spod decided it wanted to crack off, so I'm not happy about that. I've got spare ones, got spare spawns, but I am not happy. I love that thing, and it's going to drift in front of someone else. Good thing they float. I hate the ones that sink. I mean, I got the spawn floats with the spawns, but yeah. Bear's bamboozling his dinner. So yeah, fingers crossed. I've never fished this swim before. I think if I hook into one, I'm gonna have to probably pull my trousers up and wade out a bit because it's really shallow. Really, I'll show you in the morning. It's mega shallow for about 20 yards. So I don't want to scrape the fish off the bottom or anything like that. So yeah. If anything happens, we'll come back to you straight away. If not, we'll see you guys in the morning, and apologies, it's been a bit of a write-off today, but hey ho, it happens sometimes. So we'll see you in the morning. Right, good morning guys. I'm really shocked about this one. Absolute chunk. Ripped off. So yeah. What a fish. Haven't got a clue how big it is, gonna get it weighed up in a minute. Feels heavy. Colours on it, insane. Let's have a look at the other side. What a lovely carp. I know I say this about all of them to be honest, but this one is a right character. Buzzing. Right, let's get her weighed up and get her back. Guys, is the rig that's done the fish. The fish was 32.5 pounds by the way, so buzzing with that, considering I never fished a swim before. So at least one of the spots I found I know is a good one. Go on, focus. Yeah, this is the rig that I tied up last time I showed you guys. Done the business. The fish was absolutely nailed. We've got a long boom section. Yeah, I'll show you guys how to tie one of these in a bit. But for now I'm going to get the rod out, get some bait out and then see if we can nick another one. Good times. We've just got a bit of rain that's turned up. It's a bit of a pain because I was going to redo the left rod because I got wiped out early hours by swans. So I rechucked it last night, but you just never know. You just never know where it actually probably goes unless you whack the head torch on. But there's other people on, I don't particularly want to like 200 lumens or whatever it is, the Ridge Monkey head torch, like shining across the lake. So yeah, we're going to let the rain calm down a bit. It's going to be raining quite a bit today, so the second we get a chance to redo that rod, we will do it, and we'll give you a bit of a tour of the swim, sort of explain where I'm fishing, why I'm fishing there. I'm not going to go into detail with the bait, so I'm going to keep that a bit of a secret for a while. So it's still bait works, but yeah, we'll just say it's a test product for myself at the moment. Well, it's not really a test product, but yeah, we're just going to keep the mix and what I'm doing to myself, just so I can have the benefits of using it how I'm using it, in case anyone who watches this fishes here and uses the same bait. So it just gives me a little bit of a chance to before anyone else jumps on it. So yeah, as soon as it stops raining and that, we've done the rod, we'll do a tour of the swim, and then tomorrow I have a bit of a walk around, depending on the situation and what's going on, if it's raining or not, and we'll show you a few of the swims up the bank just in front of me. And then I won't show you the whole lake and all the swims right now, because I know a few people wanted to see like all the swims and everything like that. But every time I'm down, what I'll do is I'll do a few at a time, so then I'm not spending, because it takes probably about an hour to walk around it. It's a 45 acre lake. It's just a pain to walk around, so I don't want to spend that amount of time walking around trying to explain each swim. So I'll do a few at a time. It makes my life easier and makes viewing for you guys a bit better, so you're not just watching me walk around talking absolute nonsense. So yeah, we're gonna get my feet dry because they're soaking wet, chill for a bit, have some food, fingers crossed something happens. The right rod that I had the fish off, I've just re-chucked that one just before the rain started. The bottom felt a lot softer than what it was before. Before I was like, yeah, solid gravel, but now it feels a bit softer. So I know it's clean, I know it's not weedy. I'm just thinking it might have been a bit siltier than I thought. It might have been I mean, I'm using a 4-ounce lead now. Before I was using a 3.5. I don't know whether that'll make a massive difference in terms of impact on the bottom, but yeah, it just felt a little bit softer. There might have been from where the fish were feeding on it, and it's just blown silt up, and the silt's now sitting on top of the gravel or whatever. We'll see. If one fish is fed there, then hopefully another one will. I mean, that was a lovely fish, absolutely cracking carp. It didn't look like a stocky, it looked like an older one, but it was a bit smaller. So I'll have to check around with a few people and see if it's a known one. It's not massive, but you got like in here the likes of Rosie, which is probably like 25 pound, probably not even that. Proper known and old fish. You got single scale legal, or single scale. Was it single scale legal? I can't really remember. One of the two, or even both. But that's in there, and that does like 30, 33. So we'll have to see if it is one of the known ones. If not, who cares? Because it was an absolute corking fish. Righty, enough waffling. Let's get some fishing done. I've just had another bite on the right rod, so the same spot that I produced earlier. It took me into a wee bed and pinged out. So it's Lake 1, James 1 at the minute. So I'm gonna put a bigger hook on. It's a size 6 on there at the minute, I think, which I usually prefer to use on the multi hinge rigs that I tie up. But because of that, it sort of tells me I need a bit more grunt. So I'm gonna try it with a bigger hook, get the rig back out there on the spot, put a little bit more bait out because they seem to be liking that spot, and then yeah, fingers crossed we can actually get another one. But yeah, right, we'll come back to you. I'll show you the rig once I've tied it up and run you through everything. Right, there we go guys, all done. Didn't have to faff around and tie up a completely new rig. I just swapped the hook over, which is quite good with this setup. If you the bigger the loop, obviously you can change the hook over. Sometimes I like making the loop smaller so it sits lower, but thankfully this time I could just switch it over without any faffing about. So I'm going to get a hook bait on it, get the rod back out, and fingers crossed. As you can probably hear, it's raining again. And there's a nice crosswind. Managed to get the rod out though, so, and a bit of bait. Every time you get a little bit of action, no matter where it is. If you get a take, even if it's from a bream or a tench, even more so if it's a bream and a tench, because them things travel in packs and shoals. They eat everything. So if you ever get a take from a carp, bream, tench, whatever, top up the spot. I generally, if it's a carp, 3 to 4 medium spoms. If it's a tench or a bream, I'll go 5 or 6. But timing as well. If it's a carp one, I'll do it as soon as I put the rod back out. If it's a tench or a bream, I'll probably wait. I'll put the rod back out and then wait for about 10-20 minutes, because hopefully the fish, the initial run off that fish scared the rest away. But if you put bait out too early, it might bring them, like, draw them back early, if you know what I mean. So it's always best to like hold fire when it's a tench and a bream, because you don't want to catch those unless you're fishing for them. And yeah, I think I've only had 1 tench out of it. I don't think there's any bream in here, thank goodness, otherwise they'd probably be destroying me constantly. But yeah, 2 bites, I'm happy with that so far, if I'm honest. In a swim I've never fished before, never had a chance to, it's always busy. But the last couple of weeks I haven't really seen anyone in here, and when I have seen people in here, they're fishing. I'll just show you, it's easier. Let's get a little bit wet. Ooh. They're fishing towards this island, whereas I'm not. I'm fishing this sort of way. So yeah, let's get back in here. Way up. Whoa. Yo. Do you make lots of noises? Huh? Yeah, it's those waggle tails. Good boy. Come here. Whoa. So yeah, fingers crossed we can get another one. But I'm really, honestly, I'm chuffed to bits with that lower 30 earlier. I had some like withered fins. I wish I'd taken a photo. Do you know, when you get in the moment and when you're releasing the fish and stuff like that, well, I don't know if you guys do, but I forget so much. Honestly, I forget so much. The only things that I constantly remember is obviously carp care, i.e. repairing any damages or anything like that, some antibacterials, weighing the fish, photos, videos. Well, I say photos of me holding the fish. Other than that, that is it. Game over. Fish is back, and I'm like, oh yeah, should have done that. Down. Yeah, don't remind me, do you? Why don't you do that? You should just remind me. It's a lot easier. Because all these guys on here, they're watching this, thinking, yeah, you should have taken a photo of that. Why did Bear not remind him? Why didn't you remind me? Huh? Do you feel bad now? Yeah. Do you feel bad now? I'm just kidding. Right. Hopefully this rain will disappear. When it does, the rain and the wind, I'm probably going to redo the rods. But at least if they're out now, they donk down. The crosswind could be pulling them away from the spot a couple of yards, but they did donk down. So they've got their fishing, they've got a chance of catching. But you know me, and I'm very particular about my line lay, especially in crosswinds and stuff like that. So as soon as that dies down, I'm going to redo the left and the right rod. The middle rod stayed static. That's not even far out, it's about 13 wraps out, if that. And I'm going to leave that there because it's in a really deep silt spot. It's just going to stay. It's got a scent from hell on it, and those things stay popped up for absolute donkeys. So yeah, like I said, when it calms down, left rod and the right rod redone. Don't need to put much more bait out, if I'm honest with you, so I probably won't put any bait out actually. And then we'll see if we can get another bite. I'm enjoying it so far. It's always nice to come to a new swim and catch. So yeah, we'll come back to you if anything else happens. If not, we'll see you soon. Oh rain, will you go away? Bear, you tell the rain to go away. What have I told you about wearing my glasses? You didn't ask. I'm trying to spot some fish. You trying to spot some fish? Yeah? What is it then? us next time, alright? Right guys, so a quick tour of the swim. This is the right hand side. Left hand side there, it's a swim called Secret Reedies. Obviously I'm fishing out pretty much in front of me. Oh, spot over there. Ooh, slicking up a bit. So yeah, furthest rod I've got is here. And then one out in the middle. About 13, 14 wraps. Not that far out at all. So it's not too bad. The wind is blowing quite gently in here now. Earlier on it was blowing quite heavily. We've got all that corner down there, which is pretty much my water if I want to go down to the corner. It's quite weedy as well, but we've got see that little wooden structure. You can stand on that and you can see, well, it's quite high up, so you can see quite well if the sun's up in the sky. So every now and then we'll well, when the sun actually comes out, if it does, nice and cloudy, excuse the airplane as well. But yeah, if we get a chance to, we'll have a look. Yeah, so far so good. I wasn't expecting anything major or anything at all out of this swim because I've never fished it. I mean, fishing a new swim for me is like fishing a new lake. You literally have to take it as it's a different lake, if that makes sense. Like, I'll basically fish specific for the situation and the swim. I mean, this swim is quite silty and quite weedy, so hinge stiff rigs. Could go with a Ronnie rig, but I don't particularly want to have a rig that's that low lying. I want something that pops up a little bit, so it sits above the silt quite high, so there's less chance of the silt seeping into the bait as well. But that's the swim. See if we can catch a fish. Right, we'll see you guys soon. Right guys, it's 5:30. Nothing else has happened yet, so we're going to redo all 3 rods. I'm doing a boilie-only approach on all the rods as well, so I'm going to be putting match to hatch baits on each rod. That's what I've been getting the bites on, and the other 2 rods have not been match to hatch, so that could be the reason I'm not getting any bites on those spots. So all 3 on that, see if that makes a difference. But yeah, we're going to put fresh baits out a bit more, spawn a little bit more bait out. I've got a throwing stick with me as well, so I'm going to do a bit of a spread as well, because I used to like doing that, but I'll probably have to wait till it's dark because the seagulls on here are worse than piranhas, honestly. Excuse the plane. So yeah, we're going to crack on with that now. We'll get a little bit of footage of it and we'll come back to you in a bit. Right guys, that's it from me until the morning, of course, unless anything else happens. The lake's looking absolutely beautiful. Nice and calm. The wind stopped, so I managed to get every rod out absolutely beautifully. Mega confident in the right rod spot. Obviously it's produced 2 bites. It's donking down even better than what it was before. So I've put a bit of bait out on that. Put bait out everywhere else, but that's where I've put the bulk of it. So we'll see what happens. Gonna enjoy my pizza and yeah, fingers crossed for a bite. Another wake up call. Oh, chunky little mirror. Alright, we'll see you on the mat. Well, good morning everyone. Another gorgeous mirror for a wake up call. I'll never complain about that. Bit smaller than the other one, guessing about 25, but we'll weigh her up and have a look anyway. Same spot as the other fish as well, so I'm going to have to rethink and reevaluate the other spots and see what's going on. Yeah, happy days. Right, here she is. The other side. Cracking carp, happy days. Right, let's get her weighed up and get her back. Got the rod back out. That fish was 25 pounds, so happy days. That's 2 now. So it's 2-1 to me. Screw you, lake. You watch. get a take and I'll lose it now. But yeah, really happy, buzzing with how this session's going in a new swim. Got one more night tonight, and then I can do a random night somewhere and then go home the next day. So we'll see how it goes. If it starts picking up in here, I'm just going to hoof the rest of the the rest of the bait out, and just go home tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, Monday. No, I'm joking. Yeah, if it goes well in here, I'll turf all the bait out and just sit on this until tomorrow and then go home. But as it stands, I'm mega happy with how it's gone. I never expected to come into this swim and catch, but I'm happy with the spots that I found. Even though only one of them's producing, the other two I'm sure they will produce. It's just don't think the fish are in that area, but we'll see. As it's my first time in this swim, it's a learning curve, so at least I know one spot that if I get in here again, I know if I get on there, fish in the area, I'm going to catch. It's quite prolific so far, so yeah, happy days. We'll come back to you if anything else happens, but until then we're going to eat some food and sit here with a big smile on my face. Right everyone, it's the last night. The spot is slightly slicking up, so we'll leave it an hour and see what happens. If nothing happens in that time, we'll bring it in. We'll bring all the rods in, smash a load of bait out, hopefully catch a carp. Hey bear, catch a fish? Nah, just ignoring me. Oh, just ignoring me. Bear, do you wanna catch a fish? Do you wanna catch a carp? Yeah? You good boy. Just redone the rods for the final night. It's looking absolutely mental out there. It's wicked. Nice and calm. Look at that. There's been fish coming out all over the lake as well, so they seem to be having a bit of a feed up. So fingers crossed I can have another one, but if I don't, I'm buzzing and chuffed to bits anyway. So it's definitely a swim I'll look to fish in the future if my other ones are sort of taken. My other ones, the other ones that I fish, shall I say. Yeah, fingers crossed. If anything happens, we'll come back to you. This little bugger's down here. What are you doing, bear? He's having a strop because I told him off. Keeps barking at people when they're walking past, going to the toilet block. It's annoying. But he's been told off and now he's grounded. Oh yeah. What's this? Bear. 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 You grounded? You're not happy, are you? No. He hates it when I keep him on his bed when he's been naughty. He's like a child. Oh, right, we'll come back to you guys in a bit. Morning guys. I'm shattered. Didn't get barely any sleep at all last night. The dog just had me up. Don't know what was wrong with him. Just kept panting and shaking. Don't know if he stepped on something, hurt himself or whatever, but he's alright now. Just kept me up until about 3 in the morning. Yeah, nothing happened through the night. Windy as hell going down into this corner. But I'm gonna give it a half hour, 45 minutes and then pack away. Hopefully something happens in the meantime, but if it doesn't, I'm not too bothered. It's been a good session in a new swim anyway. 3 bites, 2 fish landed, so I can't complain at that. I could have an extra night in another swim somewhere till tomorrow, but once I pack away I just want to get home and got a few things to sort out anyway, so we'll be back. Give it 2-3 days, we'll be back. Sort out a couple of bits and then I'll come back and hopefully carry on catching. We'll see what happens. Right, we'll come back to you guys in a minute, hopefully with another update, but if not, we'll just see you soon. Right guys, as you can see, I'm in the van, packed away, haven't we, mate? Before we get a head start on the rain. It's 1 o'clock now and there's rain due to come at 2 to 3, so yeah, get a head start and get home. Thank you guys so much for watching. The support means a hell of a lot to me. I'll leave a video up here and here, and then a subscribe button in the middle as well. So thank you again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.